A police badge, or any badge issued by the government or Department of Authority, is an official emblem that means a law enforcement officer has the legal authority, public trust, and duty to protect and serve the community. Yes, the law enforcement officer has the legal authority in regards to the legal standing of the United States Constitution and the fact that it upholds civil and human rights as outlined, which is why there is the public trust, for the government is ensuring the fact that this individual is going to uphold and enforce the law in recognition of the United States Constitution and your civil and human rights, and that they have the duty to, the legal liability, duty to fulfill, for if they do not fulfill it, they are held legally liable, and they are required to protect and serve, for that is their position that they get paid for. And if they are not doing so, they are in fact scamming the government for their paycheck, and they're doing so criminally in choosing not to uphold the law and undermining the legal system. Biased and discriminatory actions from authoritative personnel is illegal and repugnantly moves against the United States Constitution, where the actions are considered legitimate reason for immediate dismissal. These are individuals who are employed within authoritative positions. There are different legal interactions that take place when they decide not to uphold the law. You see, they go in front of the individual that hires them because they are employees. They don't go in front of a judge. And if the individual that hires them is also corrupt, then nothing gets done about it until the victim speaks up. Individuals employed by any form of government or authority are considered representatives of the government, for their legal standing falls under federal legal standing and rights secured by the United States Constitution, and therefore they have to abide by the United States Constitution. And they are required to uphold the law at all times. For the law of the land, which is the United States Constitution, cannot be overwritten. The general misconception is that any statute passed by legislators bearing the appearance of law constitutes the law of the land. The U.S. Constitution is the supreme law of the land, and any statute to be valid must be in agreement. It has primary jurisdiction. It is impossible for a law which violates the Constitution to be valid. Therefore, if an officer or authoritative entity, local government, state government, even federal department like the Coast Guard decides to discriminate biasedly against you for any reason, even if you're a white South African male, they are in fact breaking the law and in federal violation, legally liable on a federal standing. This is succinctly stated as follows. All laws which are repugnant to the Constitution are null and void. From the case of Marbury versus Madison, Supreme Court ruling that has not been overturned because it cannot be overturned. From 1803. That means it still has legal standing. Most definitely. Where rights secured by the Constitution are involved, there can be no rulemaking or legislation which would abrogate them. From Miranda versus Arizona, that's part of your Miranda rights, which is building upon the Marbury versus Madison case. Now, the fact of the matter is, we all have equal legal standing, and the law depends upon the acknowledgement of this equal legal standing. Undermining this equal legal standing undermines their authority. They won't stand for employees who undermine their authority. The long arm of the law is coming. This is not a warning. This is not a threat. This is an acknowledgement of what is.